Good afternoon from Minsk, and we are having right now the soft launch to our Future of Wellness track. And now will be the virtual humans for media, fashion, wellness, and everyone, presented by Valery Sharipov. Valery Sharipov is ex-marketing director at Yoda Device and Ripple Mark. He's founder and CEO at Malivar Company that became one of the winners of the 500 Startups and Sberbank Accelerator, and is a participant of NVIDIA Inception program for AI startups who are revolutionizing industry. Valery, you are very welcome, and I join you later for Q&A session. Thank you very much.
Yeah, thanks. Hi, everyone. Today, I want to talk with you not only about physical world, but about digital bodies, digital humans, and the way how we represent ourselves in online world. Entertainment, media marketing is evolving. Celebrities, models are going to be replaced by virtual avatars. A post-pandemic economy will expand the opportunities and open new markets for different products. In Malivar, we create, license, and automate virtual humans and digital garments for advertising, e-commerce, and industries based on neural networks and computer graphics. We help brands merge virtual content with the real world. But what we actually do, create digital humans for brands, use ready heroes for advertising campaigns, and automate avatars. And let me introduce our first virtual model and co-speaker at this presentation, Aliona Paul.
I'm Aliona Paul, the virtual avatar of a mysterious contemporary artist. I was born virtual and came out neural.
Aliona is a model and a virtual influencer. She believed that fashion shouldn't harm the environment, consumption should always be rational, and humans should practice digital hygiene online. She is a model and a digital designer directly practicing what she teaches. For now, our universe consists of 3 characters that are connected with each other. Each of them has its own life story, mission, nature, and the reason to be virtual. We don't really like the approach then technology or form take place for an idea. That's why they strongly believe that each character should have its own reason in your every year, brands spend tons of money on ads collaboration, fashion shows, influence marketing, but it has one fatal flaw. Humans, we are unpredictable, uncontrollable, unscalable very often, and terribly expensive. We require salary sets, wardrobes, and transportations. Yet, despite all these preparations, we still fail. Well, because we are human. Companies shouldn't risk billions of dollars on such a valuable asset. It's not only about saving money and time. It is about creative process. Try to imagine now you can create a whole virtual world. For example, you can come up with the range of heroes and play all the roles in your own movie. It's a new tool for creators. What is more important is to transfer some useful ideas and messages to the audience through these readable characters. But why do people follow non-existing characters? How far is it realistic? Does the audience trust? People often ask us how a virtual character can raise empathy and build emotional connection with real followers. In response, we say that people like good stories, but the good stories are not necessarily a true one. Virtual person can lead a more flexible narrative line because at any moment he can change his appearance, get a virtual family, or fly to the Mars. Just literally do anything. The possibilities of storytelling for virtual creators are endless. Followers are so obsessed with avatars that they want more story, more depth, more connection. So artists aren't stopping just in brand advertising. They are going to create entire universes around characters. They are more than just an influencer. They are the next generation of entertainment. But people of different ages perceive virtual characters in different ways. Yes, as many other innovations. For teenagers, it's cool and fresh, and they are born with ordinary bloggers. Teens are open to new ideas. Adult audience, the virtuals, and usually doesn't understand who their followers are and why they are interested in virtuals. Adults are more skeptical and strict. Every pixel is important, but nevertheless, virtual characters attract them and cause discussions. But what are the advantages of virtual characters? You don't have to pay them. They aren't growing old. They can take part in different projects simultaneously and change their appearance. They eliminate reputational risks because virtual ambassadors will not to a competitor. It's your asset or company asset. But how can you use virtual beings? Different researchers and scientists explore human behavior, the way how we interact with machines, develop computer simulations. Some of them try to create the replica or AI-powered friend. How it will be to talk with your own copy. How will look your digital body. What will you do with it? Digital twin or virtual artist can work 24/7 in all marketing channels simultaneously and in all languages at the same time. Geographic boundaries are not important to them. We spend a lot of time in social media every day. It's not good for our mental health. Maybe in near future, our virtual twins will help us, and we can save our time for something really matter for us. Just imagine that your digital twin will answer your work emails, calls, buy goods while you relax or spending time with family. It dramatically boosts humans' productivity because their routine in social networks can be entrusted to digital twins. We can bring Michael Jackson, Elvis, and other stars back to life. Technology helps us with that in different ways, like holograms, neural appearances, or computer-generated images. For example, in 2012, Tupac Shakur had been on the stage at Coachella Music Festival, or the actress died in 2016, but Princess Leia was returned in episode 9, The Rise of Skywalker. Another example, museum created deepfake Salvador Dali. To capture his personality, they extracted quotes and wrote new dialogues based on interview and personal letters. Today, many companies are canceling photo shoots, commercials, and events. Brands are redefining communication channels, budgets, and formats. A crisis is an opportunity to rebuild and strengthen their positions while others are only looking for solutions. You can create digital content without contact with the physical world due to virtual characters. As an example, our collaboration with Fukushima Glasses brand. In the process, we didn't even meet. That's what we got. Virtual models and artists not only help to create advertising content, but also give greater scope for creativity. The virtual world is not limited by geography. The virtual model can be placed in any environment from the studio to the another planet. Are virtual humans really popular? Can they influence to the audience? Virtual humans are particularly attractive to Gen Z and millennial audiences. For example, digital influencers already have millions of followers all around the world. According to analysts, virtual influencers have almost 3 times more engagement rate than real influencers. That means that followers are more engaged into virtual influencers' content. A brand can communicate in the name of virtual character. In this case, your communication becomes more controllable. It attracts attention, allows to involve different audiences, carries the virtual potential, etc. Bias create around the character. It's fresh and interesting for the audience. Virtual models are widely used in the fashion industry now. The global virtual market, goods market, is estimated to reach $180 billion by 2025, driven by the rapid growth in the gaming industry across the globe. Virtual goods can be any type of good, including digital stickers, outfits, as part of gaming avatars, and extra lives in video games. As I said, a post-pandemic economy will expand the opportunities and open new markets for digital clothing and models too. The young generation already has a habit of buying digital outfits in the computer games. This business model can be transferred to the real world. Virtual clothing, now it is about content and self-expressions. The main challenge for digital clothing now is the question, what's next? People need an easy-to-use technology in which we are actually working at Molework too. All designers now are talking about sustainable fashion, but what does it mean? It means to reduce the consumption of disposable items. People often buy things to take a picture on Instagram and then put them on the forever. In such cases, digital clothing helps reduce overconsumption. Another scenario is then large brands actually destroy tons of unsold goods. In the case of virtuals, similar situations are excluded. Moreover, designers can create a virtual collection to initially check the demand for it, and only after that, release physical goods. Digital twins, avatars, and cyberstars are commonly used in the modern film and advertising industries now. Films and media are getting more like computer games. My favorite is Ready Player One, but why virtual beings become popular right now? What has changed in the market and technologies? The short answer, technologies have become more affordable. In our product, now we combine storytelling, design, technologies, and marketing, and focused on technologies. Let's unpack this a little. In the process of working with virtual characters, we encountered a problem. If you want to be popular on Instagram, you have to post video content to the story 24/7. Usage of computer graphics only is expensive and needs much time. To create content, you need designers, and this is largely manual labor. This is a bottleneck that didn't allow you to scale quickly. Technologies came to the rescue. Machine learning, neural networks, guns, etc. Many of you know deepfakes and swap technologies. We went further and began to work on the automatic generation of voices and appearances on product. This solution combines all these technologies and allow to automate routine in creative process. We want to give creators a solution with which they can devote more time to ideas and content creation. Now the process of creating 3D characters is long and expensive, and our proprietary technology leverages neural networks to create and manipulate virtual characters. By computer graphic, we increased the character quality to photorealism. If you noticed, Alena changed her appearance on Instagram several times. At the beginning, at the stage of our MVP, it was a simple 3D model. We don't have prototypes. It gives us some benefits. We don't need to sign permissions to use the appearance with anyone. We created the large data set with facial expressions and trained our neural network. Now everyone can become a virtual character via neural mask in high-quality video with voice replacement. Our neural network can learn in parallel on several GPUs and focused on details. For example, different eyes, freckles, etc. Now we're working on compressing a neural network for mobile devices. You can control your 3D avatar in the same way, but via another tech stack. Record the video on smartphone, upload this video to our editor, and the avatar automatically play this content from the voice. Or you can go even further and create a fully autonomous neural avatar. Virtual beings will continue to evolve and assist in many roles: news presenters, teachers, influencers, trainers, and models. Certainly, you have heard about such interesting projects like Soul Machine and Neon Live. We are working in this direction too. As I said, today Alena Paul is a speaker too, and now she will share with you some interesting ideas.
My digital body can be anything, but I choose to be a virtual person in the shape of Alena Paul. I want this shell to be organically combined with my thoughts and values which I broadcast to my audience. Mindfulness, rational consumption, creative self-realization, and courage. This is what drives me and resonates in the hearts of my followers. Many of them perceive me as a coach. They are attracted by the undeniable advantages of virtuality because physical people cannot be immortal. They are deprived of the physical ability to be in the different places at the same time, and much more. And the good news is that virtual avatars will do it for physical people just perfectly. What is more important for physical people is the ability to control their mind and its states. Do not worry about the past or the future. Be only here and now. Qualitatively focus your attention, and so on. These things, which are hidden by awareness, are something that AI won't be able to learn in the near future, and therefore virtual people. I know when transhumanism reaches its peak, the combination of technologically advanced virtuals and confident, conscious physical people will become something colossal. And now, for example, I want to inspire each of us to work on our part. The better virtuals and humans can handle this, the more bright digital future awaits all of us.
It's a new way how to interact with machines, the interface with the human face. This is the next step in the evolution of voice assistants, chatbots, smart home systems. Just imagine that you can choose a skin for your voice assistant and customize it the way you want.
The future is virtual. If you are ready to shape the new reality, join us.
Thanks for your attention, and maybe have some questions.
Okay, Valeria, thank you so much. This is a really, really futuristic presentation. Thank you. I learned a lot. So hope our audience too. So before we come to the most interesting questions, which I want to ask you about the wellness and mindfulness in relation to the digital avatars, just very simple. All right, what should I do if, let's say, I want my digital copy, I want my avatar? Where do I start? So what is my next step?
You can do your digital twin in different ways. First and foremost, you need to understand your goals and the channels where you are going to put this character. On the one hand, you can create a digital copy based on computer graphics, but it's not easy. It's a long way and very expensive. On the other hand, we can create your neural copy. It's more simple, more cheap, but in this case, the quality of picture will be not good, not HD. I think it will be like this slide, and you can use this digital twin in social media, for example, but it's not for the TV show, for example, or good quality videos, etc. But the first step, you can write the letter to us, or go to the internet and find a lot of applications which allow to create your digital twin based on your single photo, for example. But as I said, it depends on your goals and channels where you are going to use this character.
Okay, that's probably still quite expensive right now to have.
Yes, now, for example, it costs, if we're talking about realistic character, I would like to emphasize this: photorealistic and unique character. It costs from $20,000 and to infinity. When we talk about
$21,000, right? That's what
yeah, 20 or $21,000. But if you want to create the single photo or your neural hat, it's more cheaper.
Okay, so I see all the people, Lena, and yeah, just asking, how can I get my own avatar? So probably the answer is to contact Malivar for that, right? And
it's different ways. We are focused on non-existent characters. We try to create Alyona Paul, the storyline for Alyona Paul. But Alyona Paul never existed before. Another way, create your own copy. For example, Facebook now launched Horizon, the social network for avatars, and other different platforms introduced solutions for that. But as I said, it depends on your goals, because your copy for social networks, you can create it now. It's simple, but what kind of realistic, what it will be?
Yeah, so it depends on the quality. Okay, and actually, how you want to influence what you basically put, what kind of ideas, and what is the influence interest, right? So look, we have the question from Lev Manovich, supported by Timona Finsky. What do you think of the uncanny valley in relation to 3D characters, assistants, and avatars? In other words, while realism is important in games and movies, and it is also important, for example, for 3D conversational agent on the phone.
It's a good question. Uncanny valley, it's the big challenge for researchers, for us, for different animation studios. I will mention that photorealism, it's not important. It depends your goals, your narrative line. In our case, when we're using the photorealistic human faces and characters, it's open different opportunities for us in creative process. Neural networks and current technologies allow to avoid the problems with uncanny valley now. As you can see on this slide, these looks are very realistic emotions, and this is neural network. It's based on different open source technologies, our own technologies, and I think near future we can see a lot of tools for creators and professionals based on neural networks, not only computer graphics. I think it's our future.
Okay, so but do you really think that people are ready for their digital twin? So
the short answer, yes.
Okay.
But it's very depends on audience. The young audience open-minded for that. The adults more skeptical and strict, and it depends on your marketing channels. For example, when we're talking about brand advertising, if your target audience 45 plus, it's a controversial question.
Yeah, this
Maybe
is not true for teenagers, and actually for many people right now, offline is not anymore that not more important anymore rather than our virtual connections. So yes, I very agree, and also I'm looking forward to any kind of smart collaborations with digital avatars in terms of the mindfulness and wellness, of course. And I love what Alena Por is introducing, the calmness and meditation and practices. And yes, on one side, we have an example of the digital Deepak. For example, so he get a really deeply personalized guidance and meditation with Deepak anywhere and anytime, and people can discover tools to find the answers to their questions, and how to say, from your higher self. And so Chopra, of course, is a world-known, renowned expert who gives lectures and explains how holistic the human body is and the soul is. And now digital Deepak Chopra can reach everyone. So, but this is a copy of a real person. What do you think? How big is the market for this kind of virtual neural avatars like Alena Paul?
It's a good example. Digital Deepak, it's the unique project with AI Foundation. But in this case, we need to split this project for two sides. One side, it is about digital appearance. It doesn't matter computer graphics or neural faces. And then another side, on the other side, it is pre-trained model, pre-trained neural model, chatbot, which you can download different materials, text, articles, and train step by step. It's the big market because it is about automation in different ways. It is about digital immortal. It is about AI-based helper or AI friend. There are other projects like Replica, for example, try to create the same thing. It's the good way how to communicate in future social networks, for example, because we spend a lot of time in social networks. It's not good for our mental health.
Let's speak about this, how we can really, kind of replicate our social media activity, yes, and kind of get more time for sleep, for our well-being, body moves, activities. And is it any like near future for that with the digital avatars?
Yeah, it's the same way how to change, for example, the skin for Alexa or Alisa. For example, it's or it's the AI host from Blade Runner, AI wife or AI husband or AI friend. It doesn't matter. It's the biggest market. But I want to emphasize that now we are talking about program software, not about general AI. Maybe in near future we will see general AI too.
Wow. Okay. All right. So the story with Valery and how we met and how we actually organized this presentation comes to my experience, back to my experience being mentoring some startups and also being enthusiastic to wellness and well-being. And I was last year I was looking through a lot of startups, but most of them who are very deeply in tech or in marketing, they are not like really open to collaborate on the wellness domain. And can you tell a little bit how you see and how you what are your plans for the future also with your new digital avatars, and how you would like to also go in this direction?
In this summer, we are going to present our new characters. It's a secret. We are preparing the series with our characters and going to launch, going to present this series in this year. And it's this character. It's the good to work collaboration with different projects. Like, for example, Alyona or other characters can be the coach, can be the trainer, teacher, news presenters, etc. And in this presentation,
adopt probably on the breath app or any yoga applications, right? Or
because Alyona and other virtuals, it's the tool, it is the skin, and people behind them, stay behind them, story from humans behind them, and this is important. And it's in internet we try to be, for example, to be woman, not to be aliens, etc. And this tool helps us with that. And in this year, we are going to launch several fashion shows with virtual models. It's a big opportunity, big market for us.
And I know you're done already with Mercedes, right?
Not done.
Okay.
This show will be at 10 June on next week. It will be virtual fashion show with Mercedes-Benz Fashion Week, and we will see the cool virtual collaborations with different brands from different companies.
Fantastic! I encourage everyone to follow. And actually, people asking about your contact. So, do they need to just go to the Malivar website, right? And also on the social media, in Instagram, there is Alyona Paul. You can follow her, and also new characters who are coming soon.
Yeah, and you can tag them to the message this platform, because this conference allow us different tools for how to communicate to each other.
Yes, thank you very much, Valera, and I speak to you later. And we appreciate a lot you coming and kind of softly moving us to the future of wellness with this such a futuristic approach. Thank you.